Good evening from the heart of flyover country. It's time to play Without Rule of Law. I'm your master of ceremonies, Bobby Spags, here to introduce you to our undisputed, world-renowned, top-secret panel. Riverside Will! And your host, Patrick Henry! And now it's time to play Without Rule of Law, the card game that gets you navigating the unthinkable and asks, can you brave a world beyond law? Take it away, Patrick Henry.
Hey, look at there. There's everybody. Hey, how's it going tonight, everybody? I'm your host for this evening's shenanigans, P. Henry, the one and only. On my right, which would be your left, is my ride or die, the one and only SSG Spags. He is a self-acclaimed, how would we call that? A compensated anarchist?
I am a compensated anarchist, and for those of you who know what that means, congratulations. You will not break me!
You won't.
Princess Donut. All hail Princess Donut.
Kyle. Wait, you got to say that in all caps. Anyways, the reason why we're here tonight is we're here to celebrate Without Rule of Law because, look, let's face it, guys, we're heading that way whether you like it or not. This is a weird time to be alive, which is why we're doing these. So tonight we have a very special guest panel this evening.
Two of my favorite people.
Two, like this two, not this two, this two. We have two of his favorite people in the entire universe. And since it's ladies first, I will introduce the one and only, the sexy and sassy Miss Nicole Sauce.
You look like a lady.
Yeah. Wait,
I've heard her singing in the bathroom once upon a time. It's a real story.
you know what? She's actually a trained opera singer, choir singer. She can she's got some pipes.
I can make pigs squeal.
She can.
Wait a minute. What? How to take a pig's temperature?
What happens at SRF stays at SRF.
That's
bro.
true.
Let's not talk about that here. So, for those of you who don't know how cool Nicole is, let me tell you right here. She is the founder and host of Living Free in Tennessee. She's also the proprietor of, proprietoress of Hollow Roast Coffee. She is, she sits on the tour with us. So she's on the Preparedness Tour, the Great American Preparedness Tour. Go to thepreparednesstour.com. Find your tribe, ladies and gentlemen, at thepreparednesstour.com. She's also, she's actually an entrepreneur. So Nicole is, she's a fantastic growth coach. So if you're looking to expand, going to different types of avenues from, I guess you do like financial stuff. You do all kinds of stuff, don't you, Nicole?
I do a lot more about time management and planning your vision and purpose and aligning towards that and actually getting there.
Thank you.
Which can be hard. It's a method called My Three Things. Yep.
All right. Very, very cool. And then also, let's bring in our second guest.
We have a second guest tonight.
We have a second guest, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not Preston PJ, but it's nice to see you. Thank you for being in the crowd. Central Illinois. Hey, Mr. Peter Rafferty is in the crowd tonight. It's not Peter Griffin, it's Peter Rafferty.
Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to all the channels tonight. And by the way, all of our guests' channels to our channels. Subscribe, like, help us beat the I is for Illuminati algorithm.
You know what? We're trying to get more subscribers than Jeffrey Epstein's client list. So
whoa!
let's
socially relevant.
Let's bring in our third panelist for the evening. I guess fourth, technically.
Yeah, bring him in.
Ourselves.
Bring him or her in, whoever he or she may be.
Hey, the one and only local prepper in the house.
Busted while drinking, of all things.
Yes.
Raise your glasses to our fellow Marine.
Drinking and streaming is not against the law.
That's right, but if I get up and lift my shirt and you see what's under there, that will get us banned somehow. Yeah, well, like Sam Russell, another fellow Marine buddy of ours. I was on a live with him one time, and all he did was stand up, pull out his implements of self-defense, and set them on the table. Bam! Instantly shut down like YouTube's. Yep, gone.
Video shut down.
It's very apparent the YouTube gods do not want you touching yourself live on YouTube.
That's right.
So, LP, as he is known on his very lucrative YouTube channel, LP's been around for 7 years, about 4 or 5 years. You've been in the game. slinging mad memes and PSAs. So LP, he is the creator and host of the longtime running Local Prepper YouTube channel. We got a link somewhere here. Let me see if I can. We should have queued that up earlier for Nicole. Sorry, Nicole. Don't hate me. Hate me later.
Okay.
Go to Linktree/local prepper with a P, and you can find all of his things. That's where you can dock with LP. If you go to that site right there, that's scrolling across the bottom of the page.
We're playing space video games. We're docking at a space station, guys. Keep it PG plus.
This is not Catholic seminary school. Okay. LP, he focuses on realistic, no nonsense preparedness knowledge, training, gear reviews, current events, political things, all the things. He even talks about aliens and Bigfoot from time to time. Is that right, LP?
Yes. Mostly educational, only things that create value.
Yes, such as aliens and Bigfoot.
Which is why he's one of my favorite preparedness channels, because you're not going to go there and find fluff. You're going to find actual information and things that you can actually learn. Whether you're at Prepping 101 or Prepping 1.3, you're going to find something on LP's channel.
Yes, he is an advocate of community-based prepping and prepping in all things. So be sure to go to Local Prepper on YouTube, like and subscribe. Living Free in Tennessee, like and subscribe.
And don't forget that Hollow Roast is technically the official coffee of the Great American Preparedness Tour. And for those of you who do not know, the Great American Preparedness Tour is growing. It is an actual network of events taking place across the country. You can find a link right there at thepreparednesstour.com where you can find out information on every single show that's on the tour. Rumor is there might be some additions coming soon.
Say it's not so.
It's
Who could
so.
it be?
Bam! How dare us?
Finger
Well,
puppets.
so as we are here tonight gathered for Without Rule of Law, for those of you that don't know, Bobby, you want to tell them about Rule of Law?
Yeah.
How did we get here?
Okay, so a long time ago when I was the vice president of Kansas Prepper Expo, along with a guy named Pete Rafferty, who's actually in the comments tonight. He was the president. I was the vice president. We started the Kansas Prepper Expo. It became the largest preparedness expo in Kansas, so much so that the national gun shows started actively trying to suppress us because we were competing with them, I guess.
Haters gonna hate.
Well, eventually we morphed into full spectrum preparedness. And during that time, we met these guys named Josh and JD, and they were the creators of a card game called Conflicted at the time. And it was the first prepper game for preppers. And it was a card game. It was scenario driven, blah, blah, blah. You read a card, everyone answers, you get a score. Well, as time has gone on, that has morphed. Now JD and Southern Prepper One, another really awesome YouTuber that you can go look up tonight, created a game called Without Rule of Law. Show them a picture, Patrick. And it's this deck. It's so much better than Conflicted because it's like 20 decks of 20 cards each. So there's like a ridiculous amount of cards. Each individual deck inside is themed, whether it's like religious oppression, political oppression, like natural.
It's relevant. It's so relevant.
like natural disasters, economic downturn, all that stuff. And there's like so many questions in each deck, and you can ask the questions, which is what we're going to do tonight.
Yep. We play this game at every festival we put on Friday night. It's one of the classic draws. It's really an opportunity for you to vet your friends. Really, that's what it breaks down. It's one of those things where you can really get to the meat and potatoes of what. Oh, those bastards.
Those bastards.
You got to say that in Peter Griffin's voice.
Bastards.
Those bastards.
Those bastards.
Yeah, I can't do a good Peter Griffin. But anyways, Without Rule of Law is a good means to vet your friends, vet the people around the campfire, kind of pick their brain a little bit. Classically, at our events, the general answer is shoot them in the face.
Yep, everyone. You can always tell who you don't want in your group because no matter what the question is, it's shoot him in the face. And it's like, yeah, you're full of shit.
There's always the tough guy that wants to play that card like, I'll just shoot him in the face. But you know what? Realistically, that's not who you're looking for, but it's good to know at the same time. Yep. So without further ado, let's get into tonight's show. I want to see, let me close this banner out real quick, guys. Okay, so we have some very specific questions this evening. What should we do? Should we go?
I don't know, man. You didn't tell me anything. I'm not pre-gamed.
Should we go with LP or ladies first?
This feels like a trap.
We introduced ladies first, so let's go LP first.
LP, you are unfortunately the first victim of tonight's questions. So LP, I'm not going to call him that. Look at that. Let's see what I did there.
Oh, you put. Oh, don't do that.
Well, that's just on my notes, right? That's just
Yeah.
on my notes. We don't want to break the cardinal rule of LPs. I will.
His name is
bleed you.
Larry Peter. That's what local prepper stands for. It's
It's-
called consonants.
Look him up. Look him up. I dare you. Try to find him. So, LP, you teach and share knowledge online. Is that true or false?
False.
Okay, that's false.
It's true. It's true.
That's a good start.
It's just my natural reaction. See,
See to everything.
See,
yeah,
this
it's
is why we
true.
play this game.
It's true.
Okay, so how would you continue to be the local prepper in a post-internet world?
Ooh, that would be
Oh.
tough.
Oh.
That would be tough. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy because I do have a background in instruction. I mean, it's like, do I start a school? do I teach the people to teach the people? Do a train the trainer course?
My man's.
That's probably the best way to do it. If I'm being honest, and if I only had one choice to make, it would probably be teach the kids.
Matthew.
Yes.
That's a good one. That's actually that's an acceptable answer. We will allow that answer. Thank you very much. You pass.
Excellent.
You do not get one of your pinkies removed this far in the game. Congratulations.
Okay,
Man,
great.
well, stakes are
Continue.
high.
Okay, so moving on, let's go to SSG Spags.
Oh, yes.
We're gonna dive right in. So we'll give you an easy one. We'll start with an easy one. We gave LP a hard one coming right out of the gate. So SSG Spags, if the grid went down tonight, how long would the average festival goer last, and how can they extend that time period?
The average festival goer would last 7.5 days at best
Why is that?
because most of them are fat.
You guys missed that, but my awesome wife brought us some ice for our booze.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, dude. Like the average prepper is going to die because their health sucks because they're still eating Kraft macaroni and cheese and Chef Boyardee, and they're doing DoorDash 4 times a week. If you want to survive past the first week, it means you have to be metabolizing sugars correctly within the first week where you're having low water intake. So you have to drop the weight, you have to get cardio, and you have to be able to do more than sit in one place and shoot a gun. Because if you sit in one place for too long shooting a gun, somebody will bracket you with, I don't know, artillery, mortars, drones. Go watch what's going on over in the place where there's cranes right now, and you'll see why sitting in one place sucks.
so basically, the first 10 rules of Zombieland.
Yeah, cardio, double tap, and cardio, man. Get off your ass and do something better with your life.
Mad Muscles makes an app. It's pretty good, actually. You should try it.
Yep.
But other than that, realistically, I think to summarize that, what you're saying is people have to take accountability
Yes.
for their own health,
Yep.
their own actions, and
Yep.
and not look for LP to teach you the way or Sam Russell to drag you out of the mud when you've blown your foot off in a landmine field.
Right. Like my personal group and I do training all the time. And one thing we did some years ago was litter training.
Mm.
I was in the Army at the time. And so the supply sergeant's always throwing shit away. And I'm like, I'll take all those litters if you don't want them. And she's like, take them. So I had all these collapsible litters.
Mm.
And so I brought them back to my group. And I'm like, this is how you deploy a litter. This is how you do a 4-man, a 2-man, all this stuff. And teaching them how to use an actual litter to evac somebody out of an area. Yeah, when the big guys got on the litters, nobody could carry them.
Yeah.
Just saying, you're going to die.
If you've never combat rolled your buddy, and I don't mean that in like a Rick roll way, like a combat roll, it's harder than it looks on YouTube.
Yep.
Okay, that's an acceptable answer. You get to keep your pinkies.
Woo!
All right, Nicole, here we go.
I mean, you already told me I was going to get the whole village killed at the event in May.
You know what? That was just that one time. That was just that one time. You've grown since
just a
then.
I
learning
told the truth.
experience.
My answer has not changed.
You know what? But that's fair. That's acceptable. But what a great way to find out, like, if Nicole's going to get the entire village killed or not.
You know what? If Nicole's killing the village, chances are I'm teaming up with her because it's a bad village and we're raping him to the death.
She's actually really good at making mustard gas. And don't ask me how you don't want to know.
Mhm.
Hashtag
You know what they
cancel.
say. You know what they say. Those that can do and those that can't teach.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. That's why we're teaching everyone tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Pay attention. Okay, Nicole, you have built a thriving community in Tennessee in a without rule of law or WROL event. What would your day-to-day look like? What changes and what stays the same for you?
A lot changes. I mean, so post world without rule of law, I would assume that we have standardized, centralized utilities not working. Like they're just going to go out, right?
Yep.
They might last for a little while. I think city water is probably the last thing to go out, but they're going to be gone. So for the community here, how that looks differently is that from an electricity standpoint, we don't have it.
Correct.
Except we do. So we don't have it like we have it now, but we have the limited ability to do things like move water here. And that's the most important part of the infrastructure that we have in the area is water, because we get it to the livestock. The other thing that would happen is the road into and out of where I am would become impassable very quickly.
Yep.
So in order to, I'm in a very steep holler. There are points here. In order to come in and out, you have to know how to get in and out. Mm-hmm. And the easiest ways in and out are gone. And there are a set number of people who are invited to come. Amen. With different roles. Mm-hmm. I would like that number to be higher, as a matter of fact, after examining what it would be like. But we also have connections with neighbors who are part of this. So in a world without rule of law, I see us more actively day-to-day leveraging the relationships around us and seeking to add more cohesiveness into that. And honestly, most of my day-to-day is going to be, how are we making food, water, health happen in our community?
That's fair. You know, and what are your advantages?
I will not be doing my podcast 3 days a week at that point.
You know what? It might be.
We will have coffee.
You'll be teaching, right? You'll be teaching people inside the community how to thrive, because that's what you do.
Yeah, but also teaching them how to build up the ability to be able to work on the food production. Because, for example, this week it's very hot, and you have to go out there and do it anyway.
It's muddy.
But if you're stupid and you go out there and you just beat feet, you just kick ass all day, you're gonna fall over from heat exhaustion. So
you're gonna go down.
You have to learn how to keep that ball moving forward. So it's nothing. I mean, it changes here in that the modern stuff goes away, but it also, and more people have to come here. And some people can't come here. Some people are not allowed.
Yes, I think Pete Rafferty summed it up in the comments. You have to embrace the suck. It's a true story. But Nicole, that's a great, but again, you know, that's why we played without rule of law. It's to find out, besides, you know, asking the hard questions. I have a method that I use to determine whether or not I find someone viable in my pit crew. And I won't say that on camera because, you know, OPSEC, all those things. But realistically, we do these types of exercises to find out, like you said, who is worthy? Like, who exactly can you trust with, what is it, Bobby?
It's the wife life wallet test. That's the test that every man has to have. And women probably have their exact same version of it, right? But we always, in the Army, called it the life wife wallet. If I can trust you with my life, my wife, and my wallet, we're pretty square.
I think for a woman, it's your house, your spouse, and your mouse.
I don't know. I won't speak for Nicole. I'm sure she has an answer all of her own.
She probably does. I'm just thinking out loud. So we're all right. Well, let's do one more real quick. So back to you, LP. Okay, LP. Let's see here. You've got a global audience currently. You're like rocking it. You're killing it on the interwebs. You've got like a following of people. Like, you got some pretty good sized videos out there. Like, people have like viral-ish videos out there floating around. Anyways, long story short, you've got a global audience. What's one mindset shift every viewer of the LP channel must make to thrive after the collapse of society? What would you tell your people that are listening right now that they need to change in order to get into Nicole's group or Spags's or mine or yours?
That was kind of tough. Because most of the people that I work with they're already in the preparedness space. They already have the right mindset. You know, with the exception of like what Bobby was saying about, like, you know, just not being ginormous, you know, and every time you say that, it reminds me of that guy from Doomsday Preppers who had like 27 guns on his ATV.
Yeah. Nat Geo
But,
didn't do us any favors.
I would probably, and this is actually one of the things that I try to like push out to people. Get off your phones. This electronic stuff only works in the electronic world. You know, in the WROL situation, hey, technology that does work is going to be great, but it's going to be like the singularity. It's going to be like, hey, my phone still works. Who do I talk to? No one. You know, just get rid of the technology that is not necessary. You know, people are like, well, we can't do that. We've got to be like super high tech and tactical. And I was like, dude, you have no idea the stuff that we did in the 80s, you know, that we did with wristwatch. All right, everybody synchronize your watch in 3, 2, 1, hack, you know, codes written on paper, battleships, if you know what that is. You know what I'm saying? Real messengers. You know, things like that. We would literally have to go old school, and they should be prepared to do that and not put all of the current weight on the technology, because the technology is going to fail. Technology will always fail. It only works in a world where IT exists.
Yep.
In WROL, won't be any IT, and none of this stuff will matter. So it's better to get off it now, and then afterwards, hey, throw your phone away, bro. It's useless. Throw it at somebody.
That is a beautiful synopsis. And for all of you out there that don't speak Marine, look at this. This is a nugget of wisdom. He's dropping it right here. Right there. See that little nugget that just landed in my palm right there? That little nugget of wisdom? It's more analog, less digital. I'll dumb it down for you. Jumbo crayon and crash helmet level. Right there.
Yes. Red ones are delicious.
They taste like popsicles. That's what I'm told. Top of the hour.
All right, real quick, we are going to do our first plug. This episode is brought to you by Above Phone. Our good friend Hakeem is going to be coming to the Midwest Preparedness Project this fall, and on I believe Friday, which is September 26th. Midday, he's going to be giving a talk about taking your tech back. I had the pleasure, and this is a big hat tip to Nicole.
Speaking of less digital,
she had him out there 2 events ago, which is when I first met him, and I watched him give the presentation.
It was the last event.
It was so good. And I was like, Nicole, you have to introduce me to this guy. I need him to come out and talk about cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and his Above Phone and all this stuff. And so he came out this past spring and he did a class on cryptocurrencies for preppers. And now he's agreed to come out and do his talk on Take Back Your Tech. And in the meantime, he's also going to be donating one of his privacy phones.
You can win one
to the giveaway this fall, this September. So we'll be giving that away on Friday night at our event. And on top of that, he's sponsoring us. So go to what you see down below, abovephone.com, and learn about the privacy phones and taking your phones and taking your tech back away from big data. Look, at the end of the day, in order for any kind of digital service to exist, somebody has to collect your data. Somebody has to administrate that data. That's just how it works if you're going to be on a cell phone network. Who do you want to do that? Do you want it to be the Google? Do you want it to be the Verizon, the T-Mobile? Do you want it to be any of the
Alphabet boys?
Any of them? Or do you want it to be somebody who within our own community, within our own tribes, has created his own company to do the exact same thing with the same services, but kept by people who are all about pushing the gray market forward, all about pushing freedom and liberty and individual autonomy forward? So please go check out abovephone.com and see what they have to say, and come to Midwest Preparedness Project and see what Hakeem has to say there.
Hakeem is one of the most
down-to-earth dudes, man.
He really is, like, so cool. We got to hang out with him. Like, there were so many people that swarmed him at this last festival and wanted to know about crypto and all the other things. Like, he is one of the most swarthy tech guys I've ever met in my life. And, and for those of you that don't know what swarthy is, you should look that up. Bobby and I are swarthy, just so you know. And we're not Catholic.
I'm a 46-year-old white Christian male from the Midwest who fears change. I don't know that swarthy fits the bill. So
it might. It's a good word. Okay, so moving right along with the program, back to Miss Nicole. No, you know what? Let's throw that one at Bobby. We're gonna change it up. We're gonna change it up.
Me. Okay. All right. Cool.
SSG. Let's see here. Okay, so this is a good one. From a leadership standpoint, how do you maintain morale, trust, and accountability in a prepper group when the rule of law is gone? Do you rule with an iron fist? Are you a servant leader? How are you maintaining those critical aspects of leadership.
Iron Fist and Servant Leader both work. Iron Fist works for 5 minutes. Servant Leader works for 5 years. At the end of the day, all authority is imaginary. It does not exist. It is a social construct that we have, as people, over time evolved to accept, because it was a way hierarchy structures society. But at the end of the day, it takes nothing for that veil, that veneer to be ripped back, and we see the absolute primitive side of man. And I will tell you right now that the guys who ruled in the military with the iron fist, everyone feared them. We knew we'd do push-ups. We knew we'd get Article 15s or Captain's Mass or any of that kind of stuff, but we didn't love them. We didn't like them. And at the end of the day, we'd frag the shit out of them if we had to.
Oh, he's getting shot in the back.
Yeah. But the servant leaders who understood that people are people, no matter what, and that you have to learn to bridge those gaps in the geography of personality and learn how to cater to people's strengths, to accommodate for people's weaknesses, are going to go a lot further. So I would absolutely advocate for servant leadership, because when the police, like, the only thing keeping the veneer of society alive right now is the military and the police.
Yep.
You remove those things in a world without the rule of law, there is nothing keeping me from punching you in the face, or worse. And so if you're going to try to lead people in a world where there's no police, no fire, no EMS, no military, no government, you're going to have to understand that managing personalities is far more important than just command handing everybody to go do something, because people are going to tell you to pound sand.
Amen. You know, history is full of examples of both sides of that coin. Looking back all the way through when we were scratching things
you
on.
guys
Yes,
hear me?
yes.
I can't hear you at all.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
I can't hear you.
If you can't hear us, log out
Just
and
go to
log
her.
right back in.
Go to her.
All right, we got it.
Yes, we'll go to her next, and we'll bring you back in if you log out and come back in, LP.
Right there, Matt Hams. I've got a
Larkin
reference.
Rose,
Larkin
yeah.
Rose. Authority is the most dangerous superstition, and I am a huge advocate of Larkin Rose's work.
Thank you, Matt Hamas. We genuinely appreciate that. LP, if you look right there, there's a just log out. I'm doing sign language.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got it.
Hey, he heard that. See how that works? He understands sign language.
Black magic.
But yeah, history is full of examples on both sides of that coin.
Yep.
Okay. See the log out? There he goes. Okay, so while he's playing around with his microphone, because that's what kids call it these days, let's go back to Nicole. Let's get one of Nicole's good ones here.
Now I'm in the hot seat.
Yes, you are, ma'am. Okay, this is a good one. In fact, is Tactical nearby? Can he hear you? Can you hear
No.
this?
No.
Dang it.
LP, can you hear us?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, sweet.
Okay. Nicole, how would you defend your homestead tactically and socially without becoming an authoritarian or paranoid in a grid down situation?
Tactically and socially. What do you
Yep.
mean by
Wow.
socially?
So, like we were just talking about, from either a servant leadership or an iron fist perspective, how are you socially defending your homestead and your crew, your clan, right? Are you an authoritarian? Are you a servant leader where you're giving people liberty to hang themselves? Like, how are you going to do that?
I'm very good at barking orders in a crisis when it has to be done, which is for about 37 seconds till people realize we have a problem.
Yep.
And then I back off. That's just my style. But I think when you have a group of people, any people, it doesn't matter if the rule of law is there or not. What has to be there is a clear understanding of the mission and buy-in to the mission and an understanding of what your role in the mission is.
Amen.
So the way that looks here, the way it looks here now is we talk about the big picture, where we're going, what the priorities are, what needs to be done. People choose what they're going to do. Sometimes it looks like scouring out a rabbit poop filled nesting box so that, so it's like sometimes it's not fun stuff.
Yep.
So I don't see that changing with or without how society is organized. As far as how we'll defend, there's actually a video from Self-Reliance Festival of exactly how you plan out the defense of this. And the person who came up with the plan is tactical and not me. because the thing I got busted for
Hey,
at
it was a
Midwest
thing.
Preparedness, you had me at the front gate controlling who comes in and out, which was a stupid leadership decision. But I do have a role in defense. It's just not there. And he would be the go-to on that.
Yep. I figured that was a tactical question, which is why I was hoping he was sitting nearby. Damn it. But that's okay. He can watch this in the replay and he can be like, I totally would have done that, Nicole.
He totally would have said something if he was around, but I don't know where. I mean, I could get him up to answer that probably, but it would be
No.
15
It's okay.
minutes
It's
from now.
okay. We don't want to beat him up too bad.
So look, here's the real answer to the question. You buy a ton of creamed corn.
Oh, the damn creamed corn. I'd almost forgotten about
Look,
that.
anybody who's got creamed corn in your bunker, just understand the only thing that swill is good for is you put it in the road and let the other people go grab it because it's food. No one should have creamed corn in their bunker.
I had a conversation with a guy after the festival, and there is one use actually for creamed corn post-apocalypse, and it's making corn mash. Guy was telling me
That's a good idea.
He was like, you know what? You could take all that creamed corn, put it in buckets, and sour it, turn it into corn mash. Not a bad idea, right, Nicole?
That tracks. Now the person with the cream corn is the most sought after member
No,
of the community because we all need a minute to get
prepping
away.
plan has 100% nothing to do with creamed corn.
Bobby's gonna Vlad the Impale that guy.
Whoever invented this shit's going on a bike.
Like everyone's gonna be hoarding their cream corn after this.
I don't even know how people can eat cream corn, to be honest with you. I've had it since I was a kid when Grandma
Like a
said,
sinus
"You're eating your
infection
corn."
every bite.
Cream corn is like corn after you've ate it, and like you see it after you've ate it, and like you're like, oh,
It's
look,
like they accident. I mean, like think about the guy who invented. It's like I'm just going to accidentally. You know what it is? It's leftover from the mill. Yeah, and someone's like, "Hey, let's put that in a can."
We could sell that.
Yeah,
Somebody
we're just wasting it.
Oh,
I mean,
hold
I have
on.
a canning book that tells me how to can it.
Hey, Liberty Cast loves cream corn. See, Liberty Cast is you're making mash after the apocalypse.
Okay, so I will start stocking cream corn.
There's always
the day
one.
Liberty Cash shows up, and I will barter it to them for real corn.
Thank you. Thank you, Liberty Cast. You're taking one for the team, and we appreciate you. Okay, so who are we? We're looking at
There we go. Gnostic Nomad. I would use cream corn to catch my food.
that's exactly it. See, you need bait, right?
Yep.
That's what you were alluding to. You put it out in the road.
Put it out in the road.
Yeah.
Get the long pork that way.
So now cream corn is like turned into a Wile E. Coyote cartoon, and you're using cream corn.
Oh, my wife's here. What'd she say? Next time I get mad at you, Bobby, I'm gonna stock our pantry with cream corn.
Ooh, Jimmy,
Oh.
this is a T-shirt in the making. I see this happening.
No,
Make it happen.
no cream corn for me.
Okay, so are we back to LP?
We're back to LP. Yep.
Okay, we're back to LP.
Oh,
Okay, LP.
my mic stopped working.
Hang on, let me do sign language again. You heard that.
I can't believe you fell for that. You like heard my voice and everything.
It's like that meme I saw. I showed this to Jenny the other day. An idea is you go to a drive-through and tell them, please read the menu to me because I'm blind,
Oh.
and see how far they get through before they realize you can't drive if you're blind.
Well, sir. Okay, LP.
I'm ready.
In a without rule of law reality, would you prioritize in your own community training, fortification, or resource acquisition?
Oh.
Well, yes.
Which you have to pick one.
It's called priority at work.
What is your top priority?
Well, I mean, it's all priority at work. Where are we at in the WROL? Are we knee deep in it? Did it just happen? Are people gathering?
Fair.
It's vague by design, so that way you
Okay.
don't get any real contextual clues. You
Okay.
Give
just
him one. Just pick one out of a hat and give him one of
so
those.
we're halfway into a Joe Biden.
Oh, we're halfway in. Well, then if we're halfway in and we're still alive, then defense is probably A-OK. Training is probably already happening. And you probably need to start getting your best guys going out as scouts and to take the foragers with them. And then start to talk about resources. Because if you're halfway in, we're already past resource management. we need to start talking about resources, and it would be very similar to because and unfortunately Western preparedness is all about stockpiling things and trying to fortify things as best you can. But the reality is that, as with every single time it's ever happened ever in the history of human beings do without a logistical system do not have the ability to stay in one spot. They have to move. If you look at all the ancient societies had to move.
Yep,
and then the ones that were big enough, like Rome and so on and so forth, they brought supplies to them. Yep. But those supplies came from someplace. Now in WROL, you're not going to have this giant, massive society, that you're going to be running. It's going to be very tribal. And even they may support each other. Obviously we see it in the TV shows where they're trading amongst each other. You've got this, I've got that. That's kind of Barney, but once again, people would have to become more nomadic. The tribes would have to become more nomadic. They would be very much like the American Indians. They would be very much like the nomads of the Middle East, so on and so forth. And so that's the direction I would go with it, because if you stay stagnant in a survival situation, you're eventually going to die off. You're going to get either picked off or you'll starve to death in place, or you, even worse, you'll succumb to internal infighting. Yep. And then eventually people will have to leave anyway, right? So you might as well start moving around.
Yeah, let's think smarter.
This is why I told you we should have him on the show. Just saying. You
know what? You're not your average, crayon munching Marine. There's
you don't know that.
He's like, I like the orange ones.
You don't know that.
Yellow.
Wow.
I haven't broken out the Grand Poobah hat yet, so I think we're okay.
Someone in the comments was telling you need to break out the Poobah. Who was it?
You got to pay for that stuff, man.
Yes, ENSK was telling you need to break out the Grand Poobah.
See, I can say all this really intelligent stuff until I put that hat on, and then nobody listens to me once I do that.
I
put on the fez, my man. Put on the fez.
Let's see it. You know what? Maybe.
Oh, you're crazy.
Break it out. Okay, so this next question is going to be genderless and individual, non-specific. Okay. So this is like a bonus round. Whichever one of you jumps on this grenade first gets to answer it. So, in the bonus questions, non-gender, non-binary,
they them got it.
Yes, specific. Bigfoot sightings. Bigfoot sighting reports always spike during societal chaos. Okay. In light of all the AI videos currently circulating around the internet with Bigfoot, is Sasquatch a prepper? And if he is, would you place him in your mag?
No.
He's not a prepper.
No. Not only is he not a prepper, but he's also not ever going to be in a mag.
Hey, the Poobah! Look at there.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, the girlfriend.
Yes.
The girlfriend.
Oh, wow. Oh, Southern Prepper won. Hey, guys, everyone, right here.
Look at there.
This guy right here helped create this game.
He did.
You need to go sub to that channel right now.
Thank you, SP1.
I think Sasquatch is a demon. So if Sasquatch is around a lot, it would follow that there's a lot of chaos, and we all should be praying about 90 times harder.
The big problem with Sasquatch is that, you're talking about this gigantic man thing that's going to be like, his meat is going to be so lean.
Donkey.
Right.
You want him to eat, it's going to be tough.
I bet they have scent glands on
his
the inside of their ankles.
I bet it's like dreadlocks, like a full body dreadlock.
Oh, Rastafarian. Yeah.
You know what? I seen the one. He looks like Teen Wolf, and he's like, you see, he ate mushrooms.
Yeah. Oh man,
you have to build a giant fire just to burn all the fur off him.
Like Spags, are you gonna let Sasquatch in your mag?
I'm not letting him anywhere near the women.
I don't blame you there.
No, Sasquatch is the guy that you add all that steel-plated armor on with all.
You watch too many movies.
Yeah, I like this. He's gonna become a tank. Yeah,
and you give
him so here's the plan. He's gonna come in. You're gonna be like, make him part of your mag, and then you're gonna give him all this armor and stuff, and then he's gonna disappear.
Oh, there you go.
Well, still not my problem. Either way, I win.
See, I'm with Nicole. I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio in that one movie where I'm sitting in my recliner going like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm with you, Nicole. You and I, we're on the same wavelength, babe. Southern Prepper One's still in the comment section. I'd like to know your thoughts. Would you allow Sasquatch in your mag? We'll just leave that there and let it fester. So that was a good one. That was a good answer.
Yeah,
Everybody had
I
good
was not
answers there.
anticipating a Sam Squanch.
You know what? We had
It's a Sam Squanch, Ricky. A Sam Squanch.
We were actually hunting Sam Squatches when we went to SRF last time. Remember that?
We did go hunting for Sam Squanches at SRF.
At
Birdsong Marina.
Birdsong Marina.
Which, by the way, is where SRF is going to be October 4th and 5th.
Silverlinefestival.com for tickets. If you use the coupon code tomorrow morning, MWPP, you will get $10 off your ticket. But it is not
get in there
up right now.
Wow.
Yes, you
I
better
can do
get
it right
in there,
now.
guys.
All right. So
Anyway.
we are almost through with the evening. We're 2/3 of the way through. So we're going to plug our next sponsor for Midwest Preparedness Project coming up this September. And that is Freedom Auto Sales here in Topeka, Kansas. Yes, we have a Jeep and car dealer that is sponsoring us because that's the kind of reach and network and community and tribe we're building here in the Midwest. If you care to get a car or a Jeep, and you want someone who's going to be Pro 2A and allow you to openly carry whatever you want through the dealership, if you want someone that has the same values that we do, that has the same faith that we do, that believes in all the causes that we do, go see Freedom Auto Sales, ask for Rick Wright, and he will take care of you. Tell him that you heard about him on WROL at Midwest Preparedness Project and see what he does for you.
I'm not saying that his like 3 pillars on his website are faith, family, and firepower, but I'm just saying, like, no, it's not. That's not it. But if it was, that'd be really cool. But it's really close to that. So go to freedomautosales.com, freedomautousa.com.
USA.com, right here in the Topeka, North Topeka, and they will take care of all of your Jeep and auto needs.
Yes. Hey, Brian, how you doing, man? Good to see you this evening. Okay, so moving right along, I think we're back to who should we go to now?
Dealer's choice. You just did a round for everybody after you went LP or Nicole, then LP, and then everybody else. So you pick.
Let's go back to Nicole. I like Nicole's answer. We're on the same wavelength tonight, Nicole. So
It's the coffee.
It is. Hollow Roast is so good.
It is delicious, but I'm not drinking coffee right now.
I'm not drinking coffee
either. Hey, let's do a 4-way toast.
Hey, look at there. L'chaim.
LP. Come on now. No more. Leave no one behind. There you go.
LP has the best glass out of all of us.
He does. He has a real glass, don't you?
Well,
Yeah. My girlfriend picked them out.
Those are
You gotta have a
great.
classy glass if you want to drink cheap.
Well to go, girlfriend, for
Thank you, the
keeping
girlfriend.
LP classy.
She's a keeper.
Yep.
Let me get the banner off the screen real quick. Okay, back to shenanigans. Miss Nicole. All right. If the goal of preparedness in your view to survive chaos or to build something better during?
The goal of preparedness is to establish stability so that you can build whatever you want, whether or not we are in a place without rule of law. Because if you do that right, you learn the skills, the mindset, and the processes to get through the tough situations. And no amount of preparedness is going to get you smoothly through the really awful things that happen if you're only preparing for a specific incident like a nuke dropping or civil war or all of the electric grid in the US goes out. If you only ever focus on those, if any other thing goes wrong, like, flooding in North Carolina, in Texas, you weren't ready.
Right.
You didn't have another radio because you were preparing for something totally different. So I think the goal needs to be about building a life that you love living, that you don't have to retire from.
Love that. Love that. Love that. So it's not just about surviving chaos.
Correct.
It's actually more. So all of those lone wolf preppers out there that think they're going to like mass murder and commit genocide and take your life, your wife, or your wallet.
Yep.
You got another thing coming because Nicole has a tactical and she is going to make you reap what you sow.
Yep. I've met that guy. You don't want to cross him.
Like speaking of like a real Sam Squatch, like holy cow, tactical
could rip apart Sam Squatch.
I wish he was up here so you could see his hairy face.
That's what I'm saying. I think tactical would he would wear Sam Squatch like Bronco Billy in Silence of the Lambs. It'd be awkward.
Yep.
He'd be like, I would wear me.
I'm pretty sure Sam Squatch is allowed in our mag here if he wants to be.
Well,
It's a trek for him though, but not a Sasquatch.
Yeah, no, okay, fair enough.
Sam Squatch is okay.
Sam Squanch, Ricky, it's a Sam Squanch.
So in lieu of Nicole's answers, I'm going to bounce back to another one of the bonus questions because it's very fitting. Thank you, Nicole, for the nice little lead in. If global flooding on a scale of Noah's Ark happened today, what would you prioritize? Elevation, watercraft, or rebuilding afterward? Anybody jump on that grenade?
Watercraft, with the goal of not being
prayer, apparently,
not being unalived.
Wait a minute, is this where we get the thing that says hopes
the
and prayers?
ark?
I mean,
I know, right?
Didn't everything flood?
Find a boat.
Yeah.
Elevation doesn't help you if it goes above the tippy top of the highest mountain in the entire world.
Right.
Well, it's just a choice, It's one of those that's the black crayon, or maybe it's the brown crayon, or the because the red ones are good apparently, and so are the orange ones.
Yeah, I have to agree. If we're talking like global deluge, that means one, plate tectonics are going crazy because remember, water is finite. There's only so much on the planet. It doesn't change. That number never changes. So for a global flooding to happen, it means the underground oceans are coming up, meaning earthquakes. It means anything in the sky is condensing and falling. Like there's a lot of F-pi happening if you're going to that level of flooding. So yeah, boat. It's got to be a boat. At that moment, you don't give a shit about anything else but getting on the damn boat.
Get on the boat.
Get on the boat.
The leading theory that I like, that I'm going with today, is not bad. It's close to that, but in the situation, think about it like this. If the moon stopped dragging the Earth in a circular motion and the magnetic ionosphere stopped doing its thing, the planet would stop moving, but the oceans would not because of centrifugal motion. The oceans still want to continue traveling. Like if you punched in the bathtub, the water is going to ricochet and keep going back and forth until it loses its energy, right? So the water is going to keep going. It's going to wash over the land. You're going to find yourself, like elevation or not, it's going to suck. Like Pete said, you're going to learn to swim. Like you're going to be in a bad position if you don't get on the boat.
Yeah,
It's hard to breathe is all I'm saying.
Yes, you're not Kevin Costner in the 4-hour WROL movie. It's going to suck.
Who watched the 4-hour version of that movie? I couldn't barely make it through 2 hours of that movie.
Oh, it was a good movie. It was a good movie.
The Postman was a good movie. Waterworld was garbage.
Waterworld was awesome.
Oh, it was awesome if you were, I don't know, it was the 80s. Or no, it was the 90s.
It was the 90s.
Cocaine was coming out of them.
You know what? Cocaine is it's a hell of a drug. That's what Rick James says.
Hot take, Postman's one of the greatest post-apocalyptic movies ever because it's probably about more realistic than most of them.
All right, we'll do a couple more. We're getting close to the top of the hour. Bobby, back to you. So we're going to go back to gender specific. Bobby, all right. The world has gone mad, and it's now every man for himself. The MPP tribes, facilities, and campgrounds have now become a protected sanctuary and place of refuge. How do you see it being organized, managed, and structured after the collapse?
Hierarchies evolve naturally. Anyone who doesn't think hierarchy works is a retard, plain and simple. How a hierarchy looks is completely dependent on the people who create it, but they're going to establish themselves whether we like it or not. People who are good at leadership will rise to the top. People who are the janitors and the maids and the roles. Yeah, roles will happen, and you will find yourself necessarily where your skill level puts you. And if you're the guy who has no skills or low skills, you're going to be digging ditches. If you're the guy with high skills and high intelligence, you're going to be telling the people how to dig ditches. And that's just the way it's going to shape out. There's no escaping that. No matter how much we like to think altruism is a thing, altruism is left for Spock and only Spock, because I'm a Captain Kirk guy all the way.
Mm-hmm. So basically the natural pecking order will take effect.
Always. It never fails. This is incontrovertible. There's never been a time where the weakest rise to the top and stay there. There's never a time where the strongest rise to the top and become dictators and stay there. So hierarchy and that natural equilibrium will always happen.
Got it. See there, Avalon and the entire like chivalry Camelot theory. It's like it's potentially out the window and without rule of law.
Yep.
Remember that, folks.
Remember, the concept of perpetual violence is kind of prepper porn. The average person doesn't like pain. The average person doesn't like resistance. And the 95% of us just want to be left the hell alone. And so if you're forced into a contingent where everything is chaos constantly, people are going to seek normalcy. They're going to seek not hurting. And for that to happen, you have to come up with a hierarchy that works where everyone gets a little bit dependent on their skill. And it just always happens that way.
True story. True story. That's a good one. Thank you. That's a good answer.
Yep.
All right. Let's go back to Nicole. No, I picked on Nicole. Let's go back to Mr. LP. Thank you. LP.
I'm ready.
It's your turn.
Girl.
Let's see here. What does tactical preparedness look like when the rules no longer apply and optics don't matter?
Ooh, optics not matter.
Do optics ever not matter?
How would optics not? I guess that's the first question. Is how does optics not matter?
In your society, in your community, I mean, really, it depends on if you're a dictator or not. If you give a damn,
optics, like political optics. I got you.
Yeah,
So say the question again, because I'm like,
optics,
what?
Yeah, I'm an iron sight guy, but I can shoot with a scope. It's cool, man.
When you're the guy working
These are
with
different
ice,
things. These are completely different things you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, no, we're talking about optics in the perspective
Societal optics.
I got you. So what? So read the question again.
Okay, so what does tactical preparedness look like when the rules no longer apply and optics don't matter? It's basically all cards are on the table.
Yeah, that's a double-edged sword. That's a double-edged sword, because, and it's something that I actually teach. I think the first thing to remember is that, regardless if optics apply or not, WROL will not last forever.
Right.
People will remember who did the bad stuff. That's right up there with the the werewolf preppers. I'll come take your stuff, and we'll get a bunch of guys with our M16s together, and we're gonna come take all your stuff and kill you. People are gonna remember that guy.
What kind of American
you know what I'm saying? And when they reinstitute the death penalty, or the guy who's got to clean out all the porta potties, those are the guys who are going to be doing it with their hands. You know what I'm saying? So I would be very cautious. It's not about the optics, really. It's literally just better off to just try and be a halfway decent person. Let people know that you're going to work with them. You're going to work with them. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. And that doing bad things equates to bad things in the real world.
Yep.
And people will remember what you did. And that whole mentality of, well, I don't care. I don't care if I live or die. Really? I know a lot of people that thought that way. And when it came damn close to them not being alive, they really wanted to be alive.
Yeah.
Karma will get you, man. That's just
Karma's
how it
real.
works.
It's just better.
No matter what karma means to you, it's going to get you.
True story, folks. Pay attention. These are words of wisdom. Man, look at all these nuggets of wisdom. We're elevating the masses this evening. This is it's a societal duty that we're doing for you. We're doing all the hard work. All you got to do is take notes and then apply this. That's
practical application of good ideas. Yeah.
Let's see. So we're getting close to the top of the hour, and then we'll do one more bonus question, and then we will.
Is this one for everybody then?
This is another.
Bonus?
Yep. This is back to everyone. So let's see here. We covered.
Well, we win.
Like, the button is like
getting my eating kit.
Get your buzzer hands ready. Get your buzzer hands ready. Let's see here. Spirituality. Let's do this one. Let's do this. This is going to be more fun. Okay, I'm looking at you, LP, but I'm speaking to the crowd as a whole.
That's not weird.
I know, not at all. I'm thinking of you, LP. Well, I'm speaking. Wait, no, that's different. In a rule of law world, if a major power confirmed the presence of aliens, would that unify us as a society or further fracture us?
Oh.
Fracture.
So we're not going like all Independence Day, Nicole. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
We will not go quietly into the night.
Just because there's aliens doesn't mean that we're all going to want to fight them. And that's going to immediately lead to that discussion, because there are people who've been banking on aliens coming to save us for so long that even if they come in with guns blazing, they're going to be like, save us, aliens. So
there's always going to be
will fracture us.
me.
People, there's a lot of weirdos out there. I'm just saying, with a lot of different opinions.
I'm with you, not the girlfriend. See there, Shan man. I'm with you. I'm with. Whoa, Rose said finger. No, trigger. Wait.
I think it would have a lot to do with what if it's like, okay, so we confirmed that the aliens exist, but like, what are they doing? Did they show up? Did they bring cookies? Or did they bring like chemical warfare?
It's very nondescript, so it doesn't give you the War of the Worlds analogy on purpose by design. So that way you're kind of left in a vague sense of, well, I don't know.
I would go with just making friends with him. I wouldn't try to unify the world. I would just go to make friends with him because if my friend gets beat up, I'm going to come to his aid, and if he's got laser beams, then he's going to help me.
Did the government confirm aliens in like 2023 anyway, and we just kind of went, oh?
They did. They technically did.
Everybody kind of went, oh, and we went on with life, and nobody even talked about it, really.
Tic Tacs and shit on Mars. Yeah,
that's just because no one trusts the government. It's that easy. It doesn't matter what they say anymore.
They were like, cool.
It's like, whatever, dude.
No one cares. They're like, oh, yeah, the CIA and the Mossad killed Kennedy. And we're all like, yeah, we don't care anymore.
Like, we're living in
if they would have rolled that out 20 years earlier, it would have really freaked people out.
Hey, and no, if they said something like a steak a week for, for everybody, hey, now we're talking. Now we listen. We're like, hey,
right.
Where's it at, bro? Where's my steak? I'm hungry.
Oh, man. Yeah.
See, I'm with Brian Straley in the comments there. I think that originally it would unify people because people would come out and say, like you said, Nicole, it would galvanize people to either, yay, probe me, or A, let's see what they taste like, or, C, all the above, right? All the things. But then society would fracture because people would be like, oh, they taste horrible. And in fact, they came here to eat us. And we don't like getting probed. It's
in the end, we're just going to screw it up because no matter where they land, they'll be illegal.
Yeah. That's so culturally relevant. I love you, LP.
Man, he's got all the zingers tonight. This is why we have the best guests for you guys.
Dude.
I don't know if you caught that or not. All right, so that was a fantastic round of answers.
Yep.
Thank you to this lovely panel. You guys have been amazing. We're going to call it a night right here, but before we do,
yes.
Nicole, you got any PSAs for the crowd? Any nuggets of wisdom beyond what we've shared with these people this evening? These fine followers.
PSAs or promotions?
Yes, all of the above. Whatever you want. Just your mic.
Your moment.
It is not time to stop preparing in your life, and it's not ever time to stop preparing in your life because you don't know what's going to hit you. You don't know if you're going to have a family health crisis. You don't know if you're going to have to suddenly travel somewhere for whatever reason, or if a dang flood's going to hit you in the North Carolina mountains where nobody ever thought it would flood like that, right? So just because you feel politically okay from time to time doesn't mean you don't prepare, but that only works if you're preparing in a way that empowers and moves your life forward. That does not mean sell your house and go move to an isolated rental cabin in the woods until you run out of money and then the world didn't end and then you're screwed. So A. B, come to Self-Reliance Festival. We've got some really great speakers, demonstrations. We've moved to a new location, and it is the Birdsong Marina in Camden, Tennessee, which has RV spots you can rent. All you people who wanted to park your RVs where we were before, and now you can with hookups. There are some toilets that flush.
You can actually shuck your own oysters and get some.
Yeah, there's also going to be porta potties, though, so it just depends on how bad you got to go. And then we've got awesome demos that are coming together. We've got defense dog demonstrations. I'm working on a cheese demonstration right now. I think spinning. I'm sure there'll be some sort of fun how to make fire happen. I really want somebody who can do like mapping and following a map because it turns out that people younger than I am don't know how to do that.
LP, I hear the call.
Pregnant pause. Okay, and then anyway, selfreliancefestival.com, and if you hear it here, you get $10 off, whether you're a vendor or whatever. Selfreliancefestival.com. Use the coupon code MWPP for Midwest Preparedness Project. I do have it set up now, so that'll get your ticket, your vendor spot. If you're teaching people about mapping, though, you totally get in for free, I'm pretty sure. So anyway. Also, buy delicious, freshly roasted coffee delivered straight to your doorstep.
It is so
roasted
good.
In a holler in Tennessee by Nicole Sauce at hollerroast.com.
the one and only Nicole Sauce, the illustrious and lovely Nicole Sauce. Okay, LP, Mr. One and Only LP, the infamous LP. What do you got for us this evening? You got a PSA or something you'd like to plug besides illegal aliens?
No, I pretty much like that. No, I would say this, and Nicole answered it very well. But you know, a lot of people ask, like, what is preparedness? And preparedness is literally the art of mitigating the surprise of situations that happen that are surprises. And that sounds a little funky, but you know, there's a lot more to be said than to situations about, like, hey, the food stopped, or someone's trying to get in your house, or you know, whatever people think preparedness is. But the bottom line is it's very psychological, it's very mental, and you know, knowing that none of that matters because I'm prepared is a tremendous weight that's lifted off my shoulders every single day.
Yeah.
And I guess I would just plug myself, Local Prepper, all one word. Come find me on the YouTubes if you want straightforward stuff. The channel is designed around non-political stuff. It's all educational, and sometimes it's actually boring. Hell, I just did a video on water, and I created a water pace plan. So something to think about, a little melting of the worlds, that kind of thing. So you can find me, all one word, Local Prepper.
Do it. SSG Spags, take us home.
Be safe, be smart, and make good choices. And LP will get this. Do what your rank can handle.
That's it. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. We appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. We know you had many choices, but we're the coolest, so we appreciate you and love you guys. Have a great night, everyone. Catch you on the next side.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Yay. Push a